He's recognized as one of the nation's foremost experts on business networking and referral generation. He's given hundreds of presentations to thousands of people, including speeches at Stanford University and sharing the stage with Les Brown at the Millionaire Marketing Seminar. Rick's goal is to help you achieve your personal and business goal faster and easier than you've ever imagined. Rick recently launched the Science of Business Networking Mastery Series, which is the most comprehensive system ever created to help you earn more referrals. The bottom line, Rick helps you make more money. We love that, right? So please welcome Rick Silva.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Say thank you to Francis. So, about 2 years ago, we sat down and we said, let's get a big giant hotel room, pay $2,000 for it, and see if anybody shows up. So thank you for being here. We never know last year, we didn't know this year. We hope people will come, and then we look and we go, hey, some people came. Very cool. Thanks for coming. Everybody raise your right hand for me. Put your hand on the person to your right. And I know they won't be looking at you, but everybody look to your right and say, you look like you're ready. Give everybody a high five on both sides of you. Okay. Ready? 16 hours of training in the next 87 minutes, okay? I do not do seminars. This is not a seminar. This is a workinar. So I want to make sure I put a piece of paper and a pen on every chair in this room. Does everyone have this in front of them? This is so you can take notes. I brought 200 pens. Everyone should have a pen, okay? So as much as I like eye contact, if too many people are looking at me, that means they're not taking enough notes, okay? So take a lot of notes. All right. So let's get going. A little bit about me. I don't purposely put jokes in. This is one of the only ones that'll be in there the whole evening. I have a PhD from the Automobile University. That's about as funny as it gets. So I serviced copiers. I was a field engineer in the 90s, and I bought every book, every tape, every CD, everything I could find. Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Bob Proctor, John Osseroff, Mark Victor Hansen, and I've listened to maybe 7,000 or 8,000. Oh, it's probably 10,000 now, but back then, just in the 90s, I probably listened to 6,000 or 7,000 hours in my car. And pardon me if I'm doing this a little bit. I got a whole bunch of microphones. I have 3 mics I'm wearing, and one of them is killing me. So sorry. So I've read 500 or 600 books on networking, personal development, leadership, sales, and I weave this path and become a professional networker. All I do is teach people how to get more referrals and make more money. It's what I'm really good at. So that's what I do. So 9 years ago, I founded what is now the 3rd largest referral organization in the world, and it's just on the 680 corridor between Livermore and Walnut Creek. So I've been honored to have over 4,000 one-on-one coffee meetings with some of the best networkers in the country. Now, when I came up with that number, I actually said 3,500. Stand up real quick, Brad. Ready? This is Brad Warren, everyone. He is standing now, just so you know. So Brad and I have known each other for 15 or 16 years. You can sit down. I just want to, because might reference you a few times. I'm on the phone with Brad. I go, you know, somebody asked me what I thought I was the best in the world at. And I said, setting coffee meetings and then what to do when you meet people belly to belly, one-on-one, because I've done like 3,500 of them. And there's this pause on the phone. You remember that? He goes, you haven't done that many. So I sat down and thought about it. I go, he's right, because it was 3,900. And now it's about 4,100 one-on-one coffee meetings in every coffee shop between Livermore and Walnut Creek. So if you met 4,100, I only started drinking coffee 3 years ago, thank God. But if you met 4,100 people one-on-one and you discussed one topic with them, one topic, networking, with 4,100 people, do you think you'd learn a little bit about it? Is it possible? There's a possibility I know a little bit about this topic, just a little bit. And I'm going to give you as much as I can. Quick question for you before we go on. We're going to be discussing 2 programs today. I just want by a show of hands, how many people in the room have this program? Show your hands up high if you don't mind. Cool. So for those of you that have this program, tonight's the next step. This is as advanced as I can go. The only way I can go more advanced than what I'm going to teach you guys tonight about networking is if you work with me one-on-one. Is that cool? This is stuff I've never given to the public. I've had companies pay me $5,000 for 3 hours to come in and teach you stuff. You guys are getting it for $5. And real quick, hey, Todd Lay, where are you? Right here. Stand up, sir. Todd just drove here for this from Sacramento. Anybody else come farther than Todd? Stand up. Where'd you guys go?
Roseville, which is right above Sacramento.
Actually, you might be from Roseville, actually. Are you?
Rockland.
Rockland. Okay, cool. Big hand for those that drove that far just to come here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So 2 outcomes for us for the next 90 minutes, okay? One's to share with you the single most important concept you must learn. You have to learn it to take your business to the next level. And what I mean by that is if you go out networking, everybody said, I'm going to go network tonight. I'm going to go network tonight. No, I didn't say that. I said you probably said that when you got here. Shut up, Brad. That's okay. But what you said today is you go, I'm going to go network tonight. This isn't the topic we're going to discuss, but I'm going to challenge that there's about 140 of you in the room. I'm going to challenge that there's not 15 of you in the room that will do any networking tonight. Not 15 of you will do 1 minute of networking tonight. Because most people walk up to somebody, hey, what do you do? Hey, I do this. Hey, I do that. Hey, what do you do? Hey. And you gave out a bunch of cards, and you collected a bunch of cards. That's called marketing. That is not called networking. What you do with those cards when you get back home, who you introduce these people to via email, via phone call, via coffee meeting, via event. You start introducing CPAs to financial advisors, weight loss people with fitness trainers, chiropractors, acupuncturists, financial advisors, CPAs, bankers. That's a networker. Most people are going to go home tonight. These cards are going to be scattered all over their desk, and then they're going to pray they get some phone calls because you're marketing. And unless you have a degree in marketing, don't expect a lot. They don't teach this stuff in school. Okay? What I'm going to teach you tonight, they don't teach in school. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, blood, sweat, and tears went into what you're going to get tonight. Okay? How's that for a setup? The second one is to give you an opportunity to enter into a mentoring relationship with me either through coaching or the audio programs. Very simple. The one I held up is the basic program. I'm going to spend maybe 5 or 6 minutes on this in the very beginning, and then we're going to go into the advanced program, which just launched 5 days ago. So it's this really huge program that has all of 1 CD because we're doing it live every other week. And when it's done, you get a copy of it. And when the next one's done, and when the 6 of them are done, you have the program. So it just launched, okay? So this is the really big, awesome, huge program with 1 CD. Okay. How many of you want to make more money? If you don't, why are you here? What's that? What's that, New Yorker? Yeah, right. So I'll start off with a few testimonials just to kind of lay some groundwork of how I've helped other people. We're going to just start banging out content, okay? So this is, some of you might know Andy. This is Andy McClure. Now, there are some of you in the room that have been to a lot of these seminars. Brad's the only person I know that's been to more seminars than I have. When I come to these seminars, yes, I'm listening to the content, but I'm also looking at certain slides. The next 4 slides have made me about $200,000 in the last 3 years. So you can look at the text, or you can look a little deeper. Okay, this is a fortune I'm going to show you. I'm selling you on me by showing you the testimonials. Look at the words. Look what I do. This is called testimonial sales. Okay, that's Andy. Andy couldn't make it tonight. By the way, I asked Andy if he was going to be here. He said, tell everybody I can't be here. You help me get my income so much higher than this next slide's going to say. He's actually in San Simeon taking his kids to the Hearst Castle. He said, tell them I'm getting ideas for my next house. That's what he said. So that's Andy. So let's read it first, and then I'll show you what I did. I have been working with Rick about a year on how to go about my networking. He totally overhauled the way I do my elevator pitch and taught me how to be more effective out in the business community. Directly from the coaching I've gotten from Rick, I now have over $6,000 a month in recurring revenue. That was 2 years ago, and that was less than a year. He got up to about $15,000, $18,000 a month. From the training I gave him, I only spent like 6 hours with him. Now, what I want to show you is, do you see his picture? Do you see his picture? Do you see it still up there? Do you see his contact information? It doesn't say Rick's great. It's qualified, it's quantified, and it's an actual person that was going to be here, but he couldn't make it. Guys, get testimonials from every person that ever buys from you. If I stopped now, and you all went off and did that, you make an extra couple $100,000 in the next 2 years. Get letters of referrals from the people that buy from you. Here's another one. Dr. Cynthia Stevenson, #1 in her class, Albert Einstein University. Worked at a dental office in San Francisco, built it up, sold it for, oh my God, money. Retired for a number of years, raised her kids, opened up a practice in Walnut Creek. I'm actually going there tomorrow at noon to give a seminar to the 4 dentists she just hired and her office staff. Do they teach networking in high school or college? No. You got to go to events like this to get the information. Francis, I can hear noise out there. If you don't mind shutting the door or hushing them, thank you. Here's a testimonial. Rick's amazing. He's very professional, and his direct button-down approach, concise, efficient, effective. I was able to learn new speaking skills in a very short time period that has translated to growth 3 times my goal and twice the profitability that I projected in my business plan 4 months into her news practice. That's pretty good, right? You like that? Is that mildly impressive? Guys, we're talking huge numbers. I'm talking about going from 2,000 to 6,000, way more than that, with 4 months of work. I can help you if you want to be helped. Okay? You guys got it? Ready? Ready to have your coffee? Here we go. This is called the sales pipeline. I am not a sales trainer. How many of you ever heard, got to fill your pipeline, you got to fill your pipeline? Ready to hear that? Got to fill your pipeline. I'm not a sales trainer. I'm a networker, so that's my networking pipeline, not a sales pipeline. I deal in the beginning teaching people what to do to get leads and referrals coming into the business, mostly referrals. I don't like leads. I don't work with leads. I don't follow up on leads. I work with referrals only, and I can't help the number of referrals I'm getting. I mean, I can't handle the number of referrals I'm getting. Lord knows I couldn't handle if I was starting to get leads, and we'll get into the differences here. So there's only 4 ways. I could spend 5 hours on these slides. You're getting 5 minutes on this, so I'm going fast. There's only 4 ways to build your business. Number 1 is cold calling, and it's in red because it's yucky. Advertising is not yucky. Advertising is fantastic if you track it, if you have scripts. Somebody calls you, you answer the phone, you better have a script. Word of mouth, you change from one company to another company, you switch careers, you switch jobs, you tell everybody you know what you're now doing. Ready to hear the law of 250? You're going to tell the 250 people you know you're out of people. When you run out of people and you got to talk to strangers and you got to teach strangers, I didn't say walk up to every person you ever meet and sell them your stuff. You're going to walk up to strangers and you are going to teach them. You're going to teach them how to find you business. Okay? We're going to go in more detail. It's called leverage. So these are the 4 things you need to do to get referrals and leads into your business. We do these things, the leads or referrals come in. We run them through our filtering system. Some of them buy from us. Can you guys see okay? Some of them buy from us. Okay? This blue line right here. I've consulted thousands of individuals, dozens and dozens of major corporations. This is missing from every single one of them. They got this down. Network, cold calling, advertising, social media, businesses coming in. And when they buy, they go and do that again. Then they buy, then they do that again. They buy, do that again. They forget about what's called the ant farm. And that is teaching the people that bought from you how to refer business to you. That's called the ant farm. Guess what? We're not covering that either tonight. That's all covered in the program that I held up. We'll talk about that later. Your job as a professional networker is this. we must convert some, if not all of our past clients into our non-commissioned, non-salaried sales force. Into our non-commissioned, non-salaried sales force. Everybody see the title of this? The Science of Business Networking, how to earn, did I say how to sell everybody you meet? No, I said how to earn referrals from your past, your current, and your future clients. That screen, there's 12 CDs here. It's 10 hours of content on that. And we're about off that program because we're going to start getting advanced here. This is my definition of networking. I feel that networking is through the law of reciprocity, a system in which you help others reach their personal and professional goals, knowing that in return, you'll be helped in reaching yours. Sometimes I let it settle in. You help other people reach their personal and professional goals, and then you'll be helped in reaching yours. Who knows the Zig Ziglar saying? Say it loud.
If you help enough people, then you help yourself.
You can have anything in life that you want if you help enough other people get what they want. Help other people, and the help comes back. Little funnies here to lighten it up. Can you guys read that? It may seem as I'm being nice, but I'm actually just networking. We're not gossiping, we're networking. I try networking, but everybody I know is unemployed too. The currency of real networking is not greed, but generosity. Excuse me. The underlying tone of all my talks, including this one, is don't come here. I don't care if you have a table, all you vendors. By the way, when I'm done, please visit the vendors. We got another hour afterwards, so please just don't run out the doors. Tons of vendors here. Thank you, vendors. Don't come here to sell your stuff. Come here to teach other people what you do so when they leave, they can keep their eyes and ears open to find you business. It's called leverage. Okay? If your income is going to be based on, young lady, you and your handsome young man that you're with could sit in the front row right here. Come on up. Hi. If you're out looking for business on your own, you're going to make as much as your time allows. The busier you get, the less you network, right? I'm too busy to network. Yeah, as soon as all that business falls off, now you have nothing going. Oh, I got to network now. I have no business. You teach other people to do it for you. I haven't networked in 6.5 years. This is it. Once a year. That's it. 5 or 10 referrals a week. I can't handle it. But I built it. Took me 7 years to build it. I don't look for business anymore, and I want to teach you guys how I did it. So you need to become a cog in this wheel. Put yourself anywhere in this picture, and then you have got to become what's called or what's known as a connector. You need to tune your ear. Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario later. That's the ear is tuned of a salesperson, and then the ear is tuned as a networker. Your ear is tuned as a salesperson when you're on a sales call and you're meeting with somebody who's actually interested in buying your stuff. In an environment like this, my opinion, the salesperson should never be turned on. That's my opinion. You don't have to listen to me. Networker. I listen for complaints. Okay? Todd. Where's Todd? Moberg. Todd Moberg. Is Todd not in here? Todd's going to get free pub, but he's not in here. Is Todd out there? Hey, Todd. Oh, well. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm still going to use them. See Insignia Designs back there? What's that? Moberg. Everybody see that sign company back there? If I had that sign company back there and somebody walked up, signs, I got to talk to you about signs. I'm thinking about buying a building, or I'm thinking about relocating. Am I thinking about selling him signs? Most people are, not me. Do you need a commercial real estate agent? Are you hiring a lot of people? Oh my God, we're hiring like crazy. You need a staffing agency? You need a commercial mover, commercial real estate, staffing agency, furniture company, IT company to move your computers? You need a web company to change your website? You need a printer to redo all your graphic design? That's a networker. You guys see the difference? Listen for complaints. Who do you know that could solve the problem? That's a networker. If you're handing out your cards, if you're in sales mode, you're a sales and marketer. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't expect referrals. Don't expect referrals. You're a sales and marketer. You aren't getting referrals. You listen for complaints. Who do you know that could solve the problem? Get them in the picture just like that. This is Todd selling signs. This is Todd selling signs. They need commercial real estate. They need an alarm company. They need a graphic designer. They need a commercial mover. They need 150 other people to help them move. That's the only thing you should think about. What other people do you know that you could bring in to solve this person's problem? That's a networker. Did I make it clear enough? Networkers don't sell stuff, they help people. Okay. Last one, just all kinds of stuff involved in networking. The biggest challenge for me is, I can't tell you, where'd Marcella go? Oh, Marcella's taking pictures. How many times have I heard, you teach networking? I network everywhere. I'm always handing out my cards. I network everywhere I go. So those who've been working with me for a while, you understand that handing out cards is not networking. So it's a bit of an insult that people think this is networking. It's marketing. The networking begins when you get home tonight. Take the cards you collect and figure out who you're going to introduce these people to. That's what we're going to get into. We're going to start talking about power partnering and how to do that. I'm going to drive this into the ground because I've been doing this for 10 years. And as soon as I walk out there, somebody's going to sell me their stuff. Happens all the time. Professional networkers do not look for business or referrals. Professional networkers, you got three choices: become a professional advertiser, a professional cold caller, or a professional networker. You choose. I've met tons of people that say 100% referral-based practice can make 60 grand a year. Better think of some other stuff to do. 60,000 a month and then you're a networker. Okay? Don't look for business, because what happens is you can only find as much business as your time allows. By the way, if I didn't say it, Francis and I can't tell you how much we appreciate you guys taking time out. For some people, this is spring break. To be here, you guys have no idea how much I appreciate it. The $5 was nothing. The time was invaluable to be here. And I appreciate that more than you know. But if you didn't come, you didn't get a chance to meet these people, and then your pipeline is that much leaner. The problem with networking, the only main problem with that, it takes time. But a lot of the other stuff costs money. It takes time, but once it's built, you don't need to do it anymore. I don't need to do it anymore. I could sit at home, do nothing, and it's going to come in, and it doesn't stop. Sometimes I'm afraid to go out because I don't want any more to come in. It's crazy. They teach other people. Let me back up. They don't look for business, and they don't look for referrals. They teach other people how to find it. They teach other people how to find it for them. This is from Brian Tracy, my hero. If you guys have heard of Brian Tracy, this is directed from Brian Tracy. Fully 84% of all sales that happen in America are due to word of mouth of some kind between friends, colleagues, customers, and prospects. They discuss who to use, who to buy and not buy from, the key being who not to buy from. It's 8 to 1. It's 8 to 1, 8 to 1, 8 to 1, 8 to 1. Michael over there used to own some very high-end restaurants back east where my dad grew up. Hey, Michael, if somebody has an unbelievably great meal, they tell one or two people. They have the worst meal of their life, they tell their whole family, right? And they tell everybody. That's another negative with word of mouth, by the way. Bad spreads. Do everything you can to be good. The only way to be in the top 10% in any industry is to have these people selling for you at every opportunity. So let's back up. 84% of all sales are made through friends, colleagues, and customers. The only way to be in the top 10% is to have those people finding you business. What a shock. I saw this and I went, $1 million. Brian Tracy said it. I've been saying it. Just made $1 million. It's a $1 million slide. We want to get to the point where we never have to prospect. I might injure some of you emotionally tonight, but I just want to figure out where you are as a networker. So we're going to start talking numbers and stuff just for fun. Professional networkers don't look for clients. They find other people who already have them, and then we're going to do it again with a little smiley face just to reiterate. Find people who already have your client. They're out there. You don't need to find clients. Find the people that have them. Everybody good so far? Cool? I get nervous when it's this quiet. But then I don't want anybody to talk, so I don't know what I want. Okay, look up there. We're just on a really tight time frame. I usually don't take questions because we're just trying to pound out some content here. Sorry about that. That's you. Do you see these arrows here? Do you see an arrow going one way? So people go to these events. Hi, you want to buy my stuff? Want to buy my stuff? Want to buy my stuff? Buy my stuff? And you might make some sales. But then when you leave, what do you got? I say back off on the sales and educate. Properly worded, it's called an indirect sales approach or indirect referral approach, where you actually do a technique where you're actually hugging the person and bringing them in. So when I was in staffing, I'm going to give you a script. I'm going to give you a script that made me just this script probably made me $350,000 in 3 years. Just the script I'm going to give you. It's called the indirect sales approach, but we use it for networking. So what I teach, I've done. I didn't read this stuff in a book. I want you to imagine you're an executive and you're in your office, and you work at Cisco or Juniper Networks or Oracle, and I call you on the phone. And I'm a recruiter, and I want to pull you out of your job, okay? I'm going to pull you out of your job and recruit you to have you go somewhere else. I got two options, direct or indirect. So Jim, I'm going to use you. I call Jim on the phone and say, hey, Jim, it's Rick Silva with Total Staffing Solution calling you to see if you're interested in hearing about an opportunity to have another company. What happens? Click. True story. You guys heard a web van? It went up and crashed very quickly. I lost a lot of money in the stock there. I had pre-IPO stock. I found them, their facilities manager for Las Vegas. They called me on the phone. We said they need a facility manager for Las Vegas. How many fingers do I have up?
3.
3 people in the United States can do the job. 2 are at FedEx, 1's at UPS. I got the FedEx guy out of Nashville, Tennessee, to quit his job and go to Vegas. I did this technique. There's 3 people in the country, so you'd think I'd call him over and go, hey, Jim, dude, I got an opportunity. Oh, my God. There's only 3 guys. I can't believe I got you on the phone. Would you like to hear about it? There's 3 people in the United States that web van would hire like that. Blank check. I still called him on the phone. I did the indirect sales approach. Jim, Rick Silva with the Total Staffing Solution. Not interested in seeing if you want to quit your job? Don't care. Could I tell you about a position for maybe somebody you went to college with or a friend that might not be working right now might be interested in? Sure, tell me more. .com, XYZ shares a stock, reports to the CEO. Here's who's venture backing them. Would you happen to know anybody? Oh, and they have to have this experience, this experience, this experience, this experience. Guess what? I'm reading his resume to him. They got to have this. They got to have facilities management. They got to have this. They had to have gone to this school. I already know. I looked them up. Would you happen to know anyone that'd be interested in that? Hey, Rick, I can't talk at work. Here's my home number. Give me a call. Give me a call 6 o'clock tonight. Now, I want to jump him and get him. But I indirect sales approach him and I get him. You guys see the difference? You want to hear about a rec? You want to hear about open job? Would you happen to know someone else with these qualifications that might be interested in talking to me about a blah, blah, blah? I cannot tell you how many times a hiring manager would go, here's my home number. I've been thinking about leaving. Give me a call tonight. I got him. I got him without trying. When you try is when you don't get them. You guys want to build a referral-based practice? Have so many referrals coming in, you could double your prices and you still can't handle the business. Don't jump every person you meet. You guys got that? Don't jump every person you meet. Teach them how to find you business. And they'll go, I might be interested in that. You guys got it? That's a $300,000 story right there. Good stuff? I didn't know I was going to tell that story. Okay. Do you guys see how the arrow doesn't go one way? It's not all about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. I'm sorry for some of you to hurt your feelings. The world, Francis, especially Francis. Francis back there. Francis back there like this. The world revolves around your client. So help them. Okay, so these are your clients. You are going to send them people to help them. They will send you people to help your business. So on this side of your world, you have past, current, future clients. I'm not going to keep holding it up. That's what this program's about. This side. Okay? This side is power partnering. Okay? We're going to get into what they are for you because every single person here has a different list of power partners. We'll work on this together. This side is networking essentials or networking basics or the silver course. That's networking mastery, the advanced course, the gold course. Okay? Okay. This is the single most advanced networking training anywhere in the world. So what we just talked about, all that stuff, empowering other people to find you business, that's that course. We're done. Now we're going to the advanced course. We're going to go into power partner, strategic alliancing, and figure out how to get business from other people. Meet one person, get 50 pieces of business. Not meet 50 people and get one from each. Meet one and get 50. You guys got it? Leverage. So raise your hand up high if you've ever heard the term power partner or power partnering. Okay. You all have heard of it. You just might not have heard that term. We're going to go as deep as we can in an hour. You ready? Are you guys ready? Yes. Thank you. This is my definition of a power partner. Someone who calls on, sells to, serves, and consults the exact same person you do. Okay? I know a lot of you have heard the term before. We're going to see just how much you know about it coming up. And what you're doing about it. Someone who calls on, sells to, serves, and consults the exact same person you do. Would you all agree that no matter what industry you are in this room, there are other people that have that same client that sell them other stuff? Anybody doubt that or say, no? Because you're in an industry where you're the only person that they're buying from. I haven't met that yet. So what you need to do is you need to find the people who call on, sell to, and serve the exact same people you do. I'm going to teach you step by step how to figure out who your power partners are. Is that cool or is that cool? Or is that super cool? So it goes by many names: power partner, collaborative partner, circle of influence. Some people call it a POI. Introducing each other to each other's clients at a specified time to solve a specified problem, or is bringing in other professionals to help serve each other's individual clients better. Based on those last two slides, is anybody confused on what a power partner is? Anybody in here confused as to what a power partner is? Just tell me what you do for a living. I'll tell you who your power partners are. Is there one person in here that's confused? Todd Lay, what do you do?
I have a paperless outsourced bookkeeping company.
So bookkeeping works with companies. How many professional organizers do we have? I think there's 2 sitting right behind you. People are working with accounting, CPAs, payroll. Come on, Todd, you know this. Todd did it just to get free promotion. He's very smart. Promise you, as soon as I'm standing here, Todd did that to tell everybody what he does. He's a smart guy. He comes a lot. We go to seminars together. He's a sharp dude. I gave 115 of you an opportunity to tell me what you do, and not one of them did it. You guys understand that? 115 of you had an opportunity to tell 115 people what you do, and you didn't do it except Todd. That's cool, huh? If I do it again, I'm going to have so many people screaming out. I'm not going to. Holy cow. That's not good. This is going to mess me up a little bit, guys. Sorry. Wow. That's the first time I've ever had something pop up in a seminar in my life. Guys, it might pop up again. I'm sorry about that. Okay, there are other people out there who have your client. Freaking find them. And then teach them how to find you business, and in return, you better be finding them business. That's the key. That's the key. So let's talk about advantages of being networked. A major advantage to being highly networked is the more referrals you have coming to you without effort means you can spend more time on your customer service and less time on business development. Less money, less time. I meet so many people and they go, I don't have the time to network, but I'm broke. What? How many times have you heard that? I can't network because I'm broke. Then what are you doing? What are you doing? Manage a calendar. Meet with me. I'll teach you how to manage a calendar. If you're making $1 million a year, you got time to network. So the key to being networked and having referrals coming in, you have a new set of problems. You got to screen out the gunkies. And we base it on the 80-20 rule. 80% of your money is earned by the top 20% of your clients. 80% of your time is wasted by the bottom 20%. Fire the bottom 20%. It will free up 80% of your time and your income will drop by this much. But it freed up 80% of your time. 80-20 everything you do. We don't have time to go into that any deeper. This is the key. The more referrals you have coming in, the more time you spend servicing and serving your clients and less time on business development. So I just want you to imagine, some of you already have this, but I'm going to take it to another level, that you had enough referrals coming in that you don't need to look for referrals. But what if you kept networking and you replaced the bottom 20% with higher paying clients? By 80% of your time is wasted. You guys have clients. You look at your calendar and you go, oh my God, that one again? Drives me nuts, asks me for discounts every second, pays late. Everybody have clients like that? Fire them. They're sucking the life out of you. They're not worth it. Get rid of them, replace them. You fire them, they create a void. It gives you time to serve your clients better, okay? Other things Power Partners use for to find clients. This is where it gets a little crazy because people go, I'm going to meet Power Partners so they send me business. That's not why you meet Power Partners. I'm going to go meet, if I'm a financial advisor, I'm going to meet a CPA so they can send me clients. Just shoot me. That's not what this is for. This is what Power Partnering is for. Part of it's that, a very small part. Power Partnering and networking is used to find customers, refer customers to Power Partners. That's other professionals, not you. That's other professionals. Receive customers from those Power Partners. Refer non-customers to Power Partners. I might not be able to serve them. Everybody see Jen Lee way back there taking notes a mile a minute where that green dot is right above her head, way back there? Jen's a bankruptcy attorney. Guaranteed, I don't even have to ask her, guaranteed people have called her and said, I'm starting a new business. I heard you were an attorney. Jen goes, I don't do that. I do bankruptcies. Call so-and-so. That's referring people to competitors, referring people to other professionals because you either can't or don't want to serve them. So there are people out there, none of them are here today, but there are people out there, I will meet a professional, I know right who to send them to. And it's somebody that's I don't like. Let them have it. Let them have it. Let them deal with it. They should fire them too, but they won't. Work with people you like. Sorry for blocking you. Work with people you like. If you don't like them, why are you working with them? I would hope, stand up. Watch this. Don't mess up my microphone. Give me a hug. I just don't want to mess up the mics. Thank you. If you wouldn't at least consider hugging me or shaking my hand, you shouldn't even be here. Because if you wouldn't at least consider walking up to me, please don't do it. If you could do it after. If you would, you just grab my butt. If you wouldn't consider walking up to me and hugging me, then you don't trust me, you don't believe me, you shouldn't be here, you're wasting your time because this stuff's not gonna come into your pores. If you don't get what I'm saying up here, you're gonna go home and go, that crap doesn't work, networking doesn't work. Everybody, say hi to Marcella. Stand up, Marcella. Hi, Marcella. That's my fiance. Stay up. So there's a couple of you in the room, and I showed you a couple testimonials, and I can't start giving away everybody's personal financial information. But when people say networking doesn't work, or I've tried it, I send this guy 10 referrals and he doesn't send me anything, don't get it. Okay, you give referrals for what it'll do to you mentally and physically and your bank account. You don't give somebody a referral and go, hey, Rick, his name's the same as mine. Hey, Rick, I gave you a referral. Where's mine? Rick doesn't get it. I'm going to stop sending you referrals. You broke the law of reciprocity when you do that. So Marcella and I meet 3 years ago. I make a pretty good living. She was working at Lawrence Livermore Lab. I motivated her to quit the lab. She makes 3 times more than me. I taught her this stuff. Guys, she makes a lot of money. So this is one of the few people, like I know how much she makes because we live together. This stuff works. Thank you. The only reason I wanted to stop and just do this is because what I'm about to show you, if you don't get it, guys, I'm telling you, you could 2, 3, 4, 5, 10-fold your income in a year with what I'm going to show you. You got to believe it and you got to get it. Okay, I'm not standing up here because I'm lying to you and I don't know this stuff. If I was a liar, I wouldn't be here. I've been teaching networking in the Tri-Valley for 10 years. Okay, I'm asking you to really listen to this. In fact, I'm asking you to listen so intently that I want you just to listen to this real quick. The person on your right and left, them either going bankrupt or not going bankrupt relies on how close you pay attention to the next half an hour. Think about that. I want you to imagine you paid $1,000 to be here. How closely would you listen? Because here it comes. You guys ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. All right. So we left off somewhere over here. We received customers from them. We introduced Power Partners to Power Partners. This one is the master key. This is why after 3 or 4 years, I didn't have to, 6 years, about 3.5 years, I almost could stop networking totally. And now I don't have to work at all because of that one. People go, well, I'm new in the industry, I'm new in the area, I don't know anybody. I don't have clients to refer anybody. You don't need clients. If I was a financial advisor and you could refer a client to me where I could manage their money, or you could refer a CPA to me that could refer 30 clients to me over the next year, which do you think I would take? All day long. I don't care about clients. I don't want clients. Send me Power Partners all day long. Those Power Partners send me so much business, I'll have to hire assistants and really learn how to manage a calendar to do it. Find people that have the business and refer them to other people. Even if you have clients for them, you can introduce your sphere to your sphere. You can find a job with it. You attain clients at the lowest cost of time and money. Find better and higher paying clients, and it gives you, again, that'll be repeated multiple times, more time to serve your clients. Let me just check one thing here. Okay. 3 more. You use Power Partner to get the decision makers, other Power Partners, and give and receive referrals. You go knock on the door of a corporation to get to the VP, you can't get past the gatekeeper. You find a software vendor that has a relationship with the company, you go in with him, and he introduces you to your contact because he already has a relationship with them. Has anybody in here ever done that? Thousands of times. You want to get to somebody, use LinkedIn. I could teach you 5-6 hours of ways to get into LinkedIn. I've made a lot of money on LinkedIn when I did staffing. Oh my God. You use it, you find people you're connected to, you ask them to get you in. But you got to do something for them. Introduce them to people. Introduce them to key decision makers. I introduce you to my database, you introduce me to your database. It allows you to spend more time serving your clients and less time looking for them. The goal is to find a solution to a problem, provide information or answers, or help in locating just that right person who can take a great idea and actually help make it a reality. Meet people, they have problems, they have challenges. Who do you know that could help them with that problem or challenge? That's a networker. Again, the single most important concept you must master in order to build a referral-based practice is that. Power partnering. I've told this story, but I never told it the way I'm going to tell it today. This is a true story. His name is Jason. I will not give out his last name because he lives in Danville. I worked with him when I was 28, 29, and 30 years old. He was 24, 25, 26 years old. Just real quick, do you guys see that 960 right there? That's the least he's made since, that was in 2001. He's never been under $1 million, ever. He's a recruiter, staffing. I don't want to hear how bad the economy is. Nobody's hiring. He makes $1 million a year. Okay, I worked with him. I worked half days, 4 days a week. I mean, he worked half days, 4 days. I didn't. He worked half days, 4 days a week, took Fridays off. Me and 2 other guys. He outperformed us all. He made $960,000 the first year we opened that company. One man, half days, 4 days a week. I asked him how he did it. I'm going to tell you the short version. I've never told this story. What I'm going to tell you, it's going to change some people's lives when you get it. The short version is constantly look for sales. You'll always look for sales. Step back, take a breath, create relationships. You'll build a career. Okay, see the underlying tone in here? Don't sell to everybody you meet. Educate them so they will find you business. Here's how he did it. There's only 2 people in this room that have ever heard this story. And you guys might not think it's a big deal. But we're talking about the guy's got generational wealth because he got stock with a lot of companies. He's very unbelievably wealthy. Here's what happened. He's walking into his apartment. Opens the door. His neighbor's opening up the door. He goes to walk in. He hears a crash. He walks back out. The guy was opening his door and his grocery bags exploded. There was food all over the... So Jason helped the guy pick up his groceries, takes it and puts it on the kitchen table, and the guy goes, "We've lived together. I've seen you once. What do you do?" Jason says, "I do staffing, high-tech and .com." The guy goes, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm the hiring manager for Nokia's Internet Protocol Routing Group in the 2 brick buildings across from Moffett Field." You guys know those 2 buildings? Me, Jason, and 2 other guys ran the entire in-house staffing group. Every one of them making $150 an hour. We ran the whole department out. He gave Jason 46 positions to fill. 20 to 22,000 a pop. Do the math. He picked up the groceries. I got goosebumps. He picked up the groceries for a man who, you guys, every person in here that's old enough, 12 years ago, I guarantee you had a Nokia phone. Every person in here had a Nokia phone if you're old enough. That's all there was. That or a Crackberry. Everybody had Nokia. They needed customer service reps for all the crap they were going. They got poor service. 46 people he got hired at Nokia, making $80,000 to $110,000 a year. He made $960,000 because he picked up the guy's freaking groceries. And he took a breath and said, "What do you do?" "Here's what I do." "What do you do?" "Oh my God." Picked up groceries, $960,000. One man gave him 46 pieces of business. Do you guys understand that? One man, 46 pieces of business. When you go and you knock on doors, you brave souls, you real estate agents that door knock, or anybody who cold calls, when you pick up the phone to make a sale, how many sales are you going to make on that phone call? If any. You go and you go farm your little area and you go knock on doors. If you happen to "Hi, my name's Rick Silva, local real estate agent. Check and see if you're interested in buying or selling a home in the next 60 or 90 days. Everybody's got this. You should do it. I recommend cold calling. And I recommend door knocking to get beaten, bloodied, and battered. Right, Lois? You got to do it. Lois is one of the top performing real estate agents in the whole Tri-Valley area, and I bet Lois hasn't looked for business in 25 years. Look, she's shaking her head. She's like, "Are you crazy?" No way. And Lois is one of the top real estate agents in the area. Anytime anybody wants to join one of my networking groups, they go, so, tell me about your groups. Do you know Lois Cox? Oh, who doesn't? She's in my groups. Give me a check. Exactly. I do owe you. I've had a lot of people join because of you. Thank you. Okay, so look for business. This is what you get. Look for relationships. I don't know what you're going to get. 960,000 from one man. You guys understand it's called leverage? Do you understand that there's a very good chance? I don't know what all of you do, but there's a very, very, very good chance that there is someone in every single one of these industries that makes $1 million a year or 10 million a year, right? They do two things. They speak and they build their business through leverage. There is no possible way to hit those numbers if it's your effort. You guys understand there's 115 people in the room. What's that times 90 minutes? Bradley? Brad went to MIT. How many hours is that? 115 people at 90 minutes is around about 190 hours? 200 hours? Do you guys understand you're all staring at me for 90 minutes and I'm doing 200 hours of training? You guys got that, right? 200 hours of training in 90 minutes. You guys, let that settle in. I'm putting in 200 hours of work. You guys got to work the whole week to do 40 or 60 hours. I'm doing 200 in 90 minutes. And then sometimes we talk about people, how much we make, and all that. So we're not bragging, just telling you it's through leverage. I'm doing tonight what you're going to take you 3 weeks to do if all you did was biz dev all day. You got to get out there and you got to speak. You got to give classes anywhere. I did a talk 3 weeks ago. A couple of you were there. There's 5 people in the room. I'll speak to 2 people. I've done webinars. I've had hundreds of people buy my programs. I've done webinars. There's no one on it. I still did it. Like there was 100 people on it. Because you don't know who's watching and you don't know who's listening. Okay? You got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. And you got to use leverage. Was that a cool story? One man made a career. Find him. Stop looking for clients. If I just came up here for 90 minutes and said that, that would be enough, but I'm going to go a little deeper. So I studied that idea of meeting that one man that could retire me or that one man that could give me this fortune, and I created the advanced program, and that's where we're going to go right now. So you have no choice to become a professional networker unless you enjoy cold calling or have lots of money for advertising. Even though I think you should cold call, it builds a leather skin, but I don't wish it. I've made about 20,000 cold calls in my life. I'm 22 years old. That's what cold calling will do to you. See my hands? Faucets are off. Both faucets are off. Look up there. Sales guy, networker. Sales guy, networker. Got it? Sales guy. Sales guy on. Let's tell a story. Hey, the professional organizers in the back are going to love this. Everybody take a deep breath. You're at home. You're in your home office. Rick, I don't have a home office. You have a kitchen table? Yeah, you have a home office. Okay. Your computer's broken. You call me, Rick's computer repair service, over your house to fix your computer. You ever invite somebody over and right when they knock on the door, you didn't clean the house? I walk in, you're embarrassed. I walk into your home office, your laptop's broken. I cannot believe that I had you come over without cleaning. My office is a mess. I can't find anything. It's too small. I'm thinking about taking this wall out and expanding the office into the backyard. I may even move it down the hall. We may even have to move to a 4-bedroom. I'm going crazy. I lose my keys. I'm out of my mind. I'm embarrassed. Do me a favor. Just look at my computer and fix it. Okay. See this guy? This guy is in sales mode. which is what 99% of you were in when you got here, and I'm trying to do this to you, okay? Sales guy's on. Sales guy goes, no problem. What's wrong? Here's an invoice, have a nice day, and leaves. Is that guy ever going to get any referrals? Not a lot. Turn this guy off, turn this guy on. Same story, come over. Oh my God, Rick, I'm so embarrassed. My house is a mess, I can't find anything. I think I'm going to blow this wall out. We might even move it down the hall. I'm so disorganized. We might even have to buy a 4-bedroom. Ah! Say it as loud as you can.
Run, don't walk.
To your car and get your freaking business cards. Alphabetized in a binder with tabs from A to Z. Alphabetize your cards from A to Z by industry, not by person's name. Because you go plumber, plumber, plumber. What's that plumber's name? Plumber. You're saying plumber, P. Open up the P and it'll be right there. Get the business card holder. Run back in the house and do this. Richard.
Call Francis.
That's it. Okay. Okay, guys. This is what a networker does. Opens up the business card. Goes, Richard, actually, it's got to be female. What's your name?
Shelly.
Shelly. Shelly, it's got to be female. Because that scenario was a female. Shelly, you were freaking out while I walked in, said your house is disorganized. Go to P or O, however I do it. Would you like to meet a professional organizer? Now they're in the back clapping. Okay. You said you might want to take this wall down. Would you like to meet a construction guy, architect, painter, roofer, handyman, carpet guy? You said you might move it down the hall. Would you like to meet a mover? You guys getting this? You said you might move and get a 4-bedroom. Would you like to meet a real estate agent? What area would you be thinking about moving to? Because I know where they specialize. You guys got it? Listen for the complaints. Do you see this picture? How I'm in the picture and all these people are behind me? Talk to somebody, find out what the problem is, and figure out who you know that you can bring to bear on the issue. Anybody can walk in. Anybody can walk in and fix a computer and leave. That does not make you special. You are a commodity, and the next time you need somebody, they're just going to look on the internet again or just find somebody again. You start referring other people, and then they start telling other friends. You're not going to believe this. We're getting ready to move, and I didn't have to do anything. I just called my IT guy. He introduced me real estate agent, mover, mortgage lender. And then somebody goes, I'd like to talk to him. And now your clients start referring business to you. But now I bought a real estate agent, a mortgage lender, a financial advisor, a handyman, a roofer, all these people in. Via the law of reciprocity, all of those people, by the law of reciprocity, owe me business. But I didn't do it for that. And we'll be here all day if I start getting a law of reciprocity. I did it because I want to serve the client. It just so happens that I might get some business with those other professionals, right? That's a networker. You guys got the difference? People go in and serve the client and leave. That is not a networker. Good luck getting referrals. Have I made the point pretty good, Brad? Okay. Guys, I hope you're taking notes. I want you to write this down. How many power partners could you name if I left you here for an hour and I left? How many different industries could you name that call on, sell to, serve, and consult the exact same people you do? How many power partners can you name? Different industries. Just write a number down. Guys, listen to this. Listen. Marcella didn't know she was going to answer this, and she's going to be conservative. I'm talking about different industries, not different people. Different specific industries. How many do you have written down? Say it aloud.
Between 160 and 170.
Thank you. Different industries, not different people. Different industries that call on, sell to, serve, and consult the exact same people you do. 170 different people have her client. What if every one of them was that $960,000 guy? And all she has to do is find those people, and then the flow comes in. That's what she's doing. That's what she has. We're going to get into the numbers. Does anybody here want to start throwing out numbers they wrote down when I asked you that question? The average person writes down 5 to 10.
I'm having trouble coming up with a number if you'd like to help me with mine.
What do you do?
I do premium seating
Premium sitting, so who do you call on?
Concert enthusiasts and people who entertain.
Okay, do you also want to sell some seats through corporate?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Remind me, when you see a pinwheel up here, we're going to use you, and that's unbelievably hard, and I'm still going to do it. I was going to choose something a little easier, but we're going to work on you in front of everybody. Put me on the spot. That's about as hard as it gets. We'll see what we can do. Cool? All right. All right. So now, bigger question. Those of you, I didn't write down 5 or 10. I wrote down 30. Fantastic. Go to the next question. How many do you meet with and work with consistently? How many coffee meetings do you have per week? Who knows the number, the Rick Silva number? 3,900. No, per week. 3,900. No. I have them programmed. It's over 4,100, by the way. I don't know how I got that in your head, but it's over 4,100. How many should you have a week? Who said 5? 5 is the minimum, and I don't care how busy you are. Marcella, how many did you average your first year? Average. A week. 10 to 15 a week. 10 to 15 a week. Todd.
Does it matter if it's at your office or theirs, or is it better at
That question is, believe it or not, is an entire CD in the program. Believe it or not. To answer that. Short answer, I will never meet you at your office under any circumstance. That's the short answer. I'm not coming to your place. You're coming to mine, or we're going to meet in a neutral place in a coffee shop. Because I'm not going to let you sit there and stare at pictures of your kids when I'm giving you a presentation. And neither should you. That's the short answer. When you're on a sales call, who's in charge?
You are.
Who's in charge of your life?
You are.
So why are you going to their office? You guys ready? I always bring new stuff. Even Brad hasn't even seen this. Brad's looking, going, ooh, he's got something new. To put a 90-minute talk together, I got 13 hours in this presentation to give you 90 minutes. You guys ready? If you can read this, I'll read it to you. We're going to go from novice to master in power partnering, okay? The novice, very few referrals, spends a lot of time looking for business, fairly low income. If this is you, it's fine. This doesn't make you any better than it just is. It's just where you are. It's where you are now. It doesn't have to be where you are a year from now. It's where you are now. I want you to remember there's some people in here that there's a possibility you're not doing that well financially. I've been bankrupt, lost millions in the stock market, gave away everything I had in my divorce. I've been there. You cannot take away my network. Take away everything I got. Doesn't scare me. Zero fear. You can't take my network. If you're not doing well now, it's fine. It just is what it is. I'm going to show you how to change that, but we got to, there's no light without dark, agreed? Jim Rohn says something, I'll never say it as good as he does, but there's no touchdown without getting past the 300-pounders, right? If everybody moved out of your way and you scored a touchdown, that's not a touchdown, that's a gift. You got to bang through the 300-pounders. Again, I don't know where you are in your life. There's people in here that make over $1 million a year. There's some people in here that are barely making it. I don't care how much you make. This stuff will double, triple, quadruple your income. And if you're not doing that well, this could hundredfold your income. So I don't want you to look at this and feel bad. You just need to know where we are. A novice, very few referrals, spends a lot of time looking for business. The advanced beginner, all of your competitors are right here. They're going after the same power partners as you are. I'm putting numbers on these boxes coming up, okay? I'm putting numbers on it. Competent, you're starting your separate yourself from the competition. We're coming up with more and more different power partners. Proficient, you can start teaching other people how to figure out who theirs are. Now you're starting to get what power partner, you're starting to be able to teach other people who theirs are. Expert, you have had minimum 400 one-on-one coffee meetings. That is on the low end. That's almost, that should be say like 700 or 800. The master in your industry, I happen to be the master in mine. The master in your industry is this. You're one of the best known persons in your industry. You're deciding who you want to do business with, not the other way around. I want you to get, this is not a position of arrogance. This is a position, I have to live my life. It's my life. It's not someone else's to control. I control it. I decide who I hire. People don't decide if they're going to hire me. It sounds arrogant, but trust me, when you're there, it's the greatest place ever to be. People come to you and you go, oh my God, I hope they hire me. No, I'll hire you. I'll decide if I'm going to hire you. You're going to decide if you're going to hire me. I decide who I do business with, and my income goes up. People decide they're going to do business with me, my income goes down. I want you to be unbelievably picky on who you let into your orbit, into your orb. If you wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, I got to meet that person, fire them. Don't hang around them. Guys, when I started studying like The Secret and all that stuff, that came out like 6 or 7 years ago. I was studying Bob Proctor when I was 18 years old. This stuff's been around forever. Working with people you don't like causes cancer. I don't care if you believe it or not. Unhappiness causes cancer. There are people who do this. Oh my God, it's Friday. Oh! Monday. Oh! I'm the opposite. I freaking hate Fridays and I love Mondays because I love what I do. I don't set an alarm clock. I love it. I don't want to do anything else. Okay? By the way, if you're not there with what you're doing, I can't help you. You got to love it. You got to love it. If you have a toe in the water, I can't help you. You got to be all in. Here's some numbers to this. Again, starting on the bottom. Here's some numbers that go along with it. You have worked with and can name 0 to 4 power partners. One thing I can guarantee you if you're down there, you don't have a lot of referrals. Now, if you're selling like you sell at Oracle, holy cow. One guy brings you 40,000 people. If you're selling fractionals on a jet and you're working with 4 and you sell a couple fractionals, you're making a pretty good living. But if the nut's smaller where you're making $10 to $1,000 per sale, 0 to 4 isn't going to get you far. Not living in the Tri-Valley, maybe in Ohio. All right. 5 power partners at advanced beginner. So again, just so we're clear, this is what we're working with. 0 to 4, bottom 100%. If you can only name 5, you're in the bottom 90%. Everybody in your industry, I promise you, if I sit down with a real estate agent, everyone who says mortgage broker, financial advisor, estate planning attorney, CPA, every one of them says that. Guess what? Everybody's going after the same people that put you in the bottom 90%. You are not unique. You're not bringing anything new to the table. When you meet with a client, you're going to hand them a financial advisor, a mortgage lender, and a CPA. Wow. Wow. Now, there's one thing I can tell you. I've known Lois for almost 10 years. And Lois invited me to Women's Council Realtors 8 years ago. There's 115 real estate agents in the room. Do you remember that? I said, raise your hand if you look for business. Every person in the hand, I put my arm down. And then we went into this, and I said, you guys understand there's 115 of you, and you know how many real estate agents that are in this area that aren't here? This isn't like 04. I go, I'm going to go to Starbucks. I'm going to order a latte, and I'm going to have 2 real estate agents in front of me and 2 behind me. This is not going to make you special. Now, here's the thing. The economy took a dump in 08. Guarantee you from here down, gone. Hand to God, on my children's lives, there is a guy right now working at Starbucks on Crow Canyon where Max's Diner is that was in one of my groups. I got him in my groups. He didn't know how to build his network properly. He sold me my coffee a year ago. Okay? This is not going to get it done. This is not going to get it done. The economy is going to shift. You're gone. The wind blows, the tree with the little roots blows right down the street. The network is the only thing that keeps you in business. That's it. The economy takes a dump. You better have a solid network. And it better be more than this. So 30 power partners, 30 power partners, you're getting proficient. 50, you're expert level. 100 plus, you're master. 100 plus. 32-year-old's going to be retired in 5 years. Everybody see where I'm pointing? 32-year-old's going to be retired in 5 years. You guys understand that? Because she has 162 power partners. 10 coffee meetings a week for 2 years is 1,000 coffee meetings. Guys got it? 3 types of power partners. There are some who refer to us, but we cannot refer to them. This is oh my God, important to get. And I'm going to give you an example of each. We refer to them, but they can't refer to us. So some refer to us, but we can't refer to them. Some we refer to, but they can't refer to us. And then some's a 50-50 reciprocity where we give them business and they give us business. Examples would be power partners who refer us, but we can't refer to them, would be a financial advisor to a bankruptcy attorney. Generally, it's the other way around. You guys understand? A financial advisor will have a client and go, I think you need to file BK. But as a general rule, Jen would not be the first person to send a client to a financial advisor because of losing everything. That probably would not be your best referral source, right? So generally, it's going to go from financial advisor looking at someone's financials and sending it this way, but not necessarily this way. Everybody, I want you to listen. This slide, when you get it, took me years to get some of this stuff. This person refers to that person and then goes, well, I referred Jen a client, and Jen's never referring me any of her clients. She doesn't know what she's doing. Blah, she doesn't get it. I'll send my business somewhere else. You guys got to understand that not all power partners will send you business, but they helped you serve your client, did they not? If you had a client that needed to file bankruptcy, you handed them to Jen. Jen serves them. That client loves you. Jen loves me. I get reciprocity, just the love from Jen. I may not ever get any business from her, but I'm dang sure going to get referrals from that client. You guys understand that? So understand, it may not be that the power partner gets it. They just can never refer business to you. That's just the way it is. You have to understand that. The next one is we refer them, but they can't refer to us. Lois, how many carpet cleaning jobs have you sent to Kurt Holman?
30, 40, I don't know.
To a carpet cleaner. There's not a very good chance a carpet cleaner is ever going to send her business. Did she serve her client? That's all that matters. They're not a true power partner. Whoever said sure they would, they're not a true power partner. They're not going to be the first point of contact on it. Wouldn't be the best choice.
They're cleaning their carpet to get ready to sell their house.
Yes, you're right. You're right. But we're going to use an example. We're going to use a different example coming up. I 100% agree with you. Every industry up here is a true power partner back and forth, but there's better avenues or different wording. Okay. 50-50 reciprocity, financial advisor to a banker, to a CPA, to an estate planning attorney. You guys got it? Equal. People opening up accounts, going back and forth. A nice flow. You got to have them all. The reason why some people can't name a giant list of power partners is because they think of this one. Or they think of that one. Or they think of that one, but not all of them. You got to break it up in your mind. It helps you make the list longer. Remember, I want you to come up with 100 different power partners. 100 different power partners. So here's how you do it step by step. Determine your perfect client. You ask the correct questions. You use the wheel, and you make a list. I'm going to work with you a little bit on it, and yours is going to be challenging. I'm also going to probably pick somebody that's a little bit more quote-unquote normal. Because yours is going to be a challenge. What we're going to see, and if everybody listens, they're going to learn something while we're doing it together. Okay. Okay. So again, the other program, that program, helps you with this. You got to know exactly, and I mean laser specific, who your client is to be able to figure out who your power partners are. Okay. So, guys, if you're really nice and you email me. Maybe I'll probably send you the slides. I got a little thing for you guys at the end. If you purchased a product, I'm going to give you more than that. But I'm going to go a little quickly here because about 10 minutes behind. You may not have a chance to write all these questions down. At least I want you to listen. Okay? You got to know exactly, and I mean laser specific, what your client looks like. Okay? If it's corporate, you need to know the company size, the number of employees. You got to know if they're moving up, moving down, buying a building, renting a building. You got to know everything about your potential client. There's a lot of people here in jewelry, health products, weight loss. You got to know your client. Are they going to Tahiti? Are they getting married? Are they having a baby? Did they already have a baby and they're pissed off they can't lose those last 10 pounds? Are they going to a high school reunion? You got to know, why are they coming to you? That's for every person in here. The only reason every single one of you in this room is in business, there's only one reason: to solve a problem. And Richard solves too, because he does heating and air conditioning. So when I'm too hot, I need him to come make me colder. When I'm too cold, I need him to come make me hotter. But I have a problem, he solves it. You got to know the problem you solve, and then you got to think about your clients. So if you solve weight loss, why do they care about losing weight? Their back hurts. They can't fit in their clothes. You help them lose weight, this saves them $10,000 on their wardrobe. You guys understand? Your clients have a circumstance. You got to figure it out. That's your job. Step by step in the program, I'll teach you how to do it. This is just the surface. You got to know what your company looks like. If you're a financial advisor, you got to know, do they have investable funds? What's their net worth? If you're in real estate, mortgage, you got to know all the numbers. If you're in anything to do with finance, you got to learn the numbers. You got to know the numbers. Then you got to start asking yourself questions. Who currently has my client? We're going to change the question, get the mind to work. You just start writing different industries, and write, brainstorm. It's called networking, not net lazy, not net sit around, not net sit and wait for the phone to ring. It's networking. Got it? I'm getting fired up now. My neck's starting to sweat. I'm getting a little sweaty. Coming to the home stretch. I got a lot of information to give you in about the next 12 or 15 minutes. I'm starting to get fired up now. And then who do you need to refer your clients to, and who do you think needs to refer their clients to you? These are heavy questions. Take hours and hours and hours of thought. Do it now. Later on down the line, fame and fortune. Vacations anytime you want. One of my favorite sayings, Zig Ziglar, other than the other one we talked about, do the things now that other people won't. There will come a time when you can do what other people can't. I want you guys to understand, my life, I work about 10 or 15 hours a week. I smoke 2 or 3 cigars a day. I hang out. I don't work a lot. It took me 8 years to get there. I'm not bragging. I want to get you there so you can do other stuff. I didn't take a vacation for 10 years. I took a vacation. I met Marcella's parents because we're getting married in June. And we're going, thank you, and we're going to Tahiti in June. We're going to take the whole month of June off. We took the whole month of December off. Sorry, Marcella. Marcella took the month of December off. In January, she made $54,000. We took December off. That's what a network does. You guys got it? It's not bragging. I'm telling you the numbers because I want to get you there. See, I'm starting to sweat and I'm getting excited, man. Woo! I'm sweating. This is fun stuff. You guys having fun? You guys getting the point of this? Find other people who have your clients. Stop looking for clients. Who are your competitors? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the answer is no, I'm going to ask Richard. I'll be shocked. I hope the answer is not no, because I'll be stunned. Is there a chance that you've picked up a client where you had to put a unit on a building, or you had to bring in another HVAC company, or just hire some other guys to help you do it?
Yes.
So I know attorneys. Hey, Todd Friedman. Yeah. Todd, if you got a certain size client in your company, are there other guys, like if you got a whale, like 50 million net worth, you got a whole team you'd bring in, right? There's a possibility there are other financial advisors, upper, lower, sideways, right? And they're all going to get a little piece of it, but we're serving the client, right? And that's all that matters. So think about who your competitors are. You're an attorney, you got a client that's so big, you got to bring 8 other attorneys to help you. So what? Serve the client. Doesn't matter. You don't matter. The client matters. That's all that matters. So start listing your competitors. That makes your power partner list longer. Who do you need to refer to your clients? Ready for the wheel?
Sure.
Could you come up here?
Sure.
I don't mean to put you on the spot. Guys, we're going to see some live training here, and I'm putting myself on the spot. If we picked a financial advisor or real estate agent, you guys would be all impressed. Let's see what we do here, and then we will pick one of those.
Stephanie.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Where do you want me?
Okay, we're right over here.
Okay.
Okay, so tell everybody what you do. I'm learning along. I don't know. I've never met her before. This is not set up.
No.
I'm setting myself up to get creamed if this is as hard as I think it might be.
Okay, my name is Stephanie. I work at Oracle Arena and O.Co Coliseum in Oakland. I do premium seating, which means we have a membership program that people join into. They get pre-sale ticket access to all of our concerts, family shows, and sporting events.
She has 2 choices. When I asked her what she did, she said, you said you look for people interested in buying those programs, right?
Yes.
What did I tell you guys to do? Don't look for those people.
Right.
Now, is there a possibility some of those people own businesses?
Absolutely.
Is there a possibility some of them are high-ranking officers in businesses?
Yes, some of them are.
Okay, so I want you to give me in a perfect world, how many employees would a company have that would be a target for you? 10 to 20, 50 to 100? You got to go quick. We're on a timer. See that timer? That makes me nervous too. Look over there. See this is what
50 to 100 would be a target client.
50 to 100. Fantastic. Who do you call into that company?
It would probably either be VP or sales manager.
Sales manager or the VP of the company?
Yes.
Fantastic. Who else sells to, calls on, and serves and consults the exact same person besides you? What's their title?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Okay, so this is the whole, everybody know where I'm going with this? Yeah. See, I got you on the spot here,
Yes,
and you've never heard this term before.
Right.
So I'm teaching you.
Okay.
You get $1,000 worth of coaching right now in front of everybody. Okay, a power partner, the definition is somebody who calls on, sells to, serves, and consults the exact same person you do,
Okay.
but they don't sell to O.co. That person, I want you to imagine that person is standing right here. This is the VP of sales, or the director, or the senior VP, or the CEO of a company with 50 to 100 employees. He's standing right here.
Okay. And so that person.
Who else calls on this person, sells to this person? What do those people do for a living that sells to this guy besides you?
It could be someone who's selling any other sort of product.
Can never say the word any. It has to be laser specific. Tell me exactly what they do.
It could be someone who sells a sales manager program, maybe someone who
Software salesperson.
sells office equipment.
Copier repair guy, copier sale. I serviced copiers for 9 years. Copier service guy, copier repair guy.
Right.
People go into every one of those companies and put water into plants. What else?
Right. Paper, electronics within the company.
Office supply.
I guess it would be their hiring, staffing potentially, someone who
That perfect.
support.
Perfect. I was an executive level recruiter for 4 years. That's where I rode my little wave there.
Okay.
Do you think that the VP of that company, is there a possibility he has money?
Yeah, hopefully so.
Who works with him on that?
Financial planner.
Who else?
His lawyer, banker.
What kind of lawyer? I'd be very you guys, this is the point of this, is laser specific. It's not a lawyer. Because you don't want to talk to his bankruptcy attorney.
His employment lawyer.
See? Did you guys see? You guys, I hope you're listening. What you're getting right now will make you $100,000 this year. Listen close.
His employment lawyer, his, what other kind of lawyers?
Do they have employees?
Yes, they do.
What do they need as a benefit working there?
Yes, their health insurance, their medical insurance.
How do they get paid?
Their, okay.
Payroll.
Payroll.
Payroll reps call on more business owners than any human being walking the planet Earth. Human resources consultant write the manuals. They call in the same people. You guys understand this? So when she sat there, I said, what do you do? She goes, I look for people that are looking to buy these seats. Why would you do that? What you just named, find them.
Okay.
Is there a possibility? I don't mean to put you on the spot. Guys, this wasn't planned, and thank God it worked out pretty good so far. Is there a possibility that I'm a venture capitalist, and I'm staffing 50 companies, and every one of them fits that sweet spot, and some of them might want to get some of those back. Is there a possibility that me as a VC, or even me as like Todd, like a financial advisor, if I brought you into a big client, and they bought 100, 500, a $50,000 booth, whatever, is there a possibility that I might be able to get some good seats at a game? Is there a possibility you could work something out with me?
Absolutely. I've got pink on pre-sale right now. I got
Okay.
pink tickets.
So you guys understand? Guys understand? That's called an ethical bribe. There's nothing wrong with paying for referrals. That's in the program too. That's an hour just teaching you how to pay people for referrals. Don't sit here and tell me you can't do it. I got tons of stuff for you real estate agents. Dentists are the hardest. I can teach dentists how to do it. It's all in the wording. She just told me she can comp people. You go find HR, you go find payroll, CPAs, financial advisors, bankers, VCs, HR consultants. Fill the wheel.
Okay.
Get in with them and grease their palm with tickets. Why not? If you get me the contact information to this person and I get in, that's an idea. There you go. Okay, guys, thank you.
My pleasure.
Does that help
Thank
you?
Very good. Thank
Thank
you.
I couldn't have picked a harder one. That was hard. Now, what I want you guys to do, we're coming to the home stretch now, guys. We'll be out of here soon. What I want you to do is that's you. Okay? Let's just say for making my life a little easier now, you're a real estate agent. What's that say, you? So what I want you to do is if you have this wheel, put your industry right there. Hairstylist, real estate agent, life coach, business coach, whatever you do. Printer. I don't know all of you, but I know a lot of you. I got a couple sign guys in the room. Would you like to meet the guy that put the red dot on top of that arena? He's standing right there. Stand up. That's the guy that put the red dot on top of that arena. And if you didn't know it, you know that it was easy. How many gallons of paint was that? 880 gallons. See, you guys think I'm making up. I don't need to make up stories. I got cool stories. I'll make it up. That's the guy that put the sign on the Coliseum. So when you said that, I was like, I got something cool to tell you. All right. So what you do is you put you here, and then your name again, young lady. I apologize. You know why I don't remember it? Your hair's over your name badge. Put your name badge on the right and put it out farther. Put it on the right. Stephanie. CEO, VP, director. Company has 50 to 100 employees. That is here. Do you see that wheel right there? Ask yourself, who else calls on, sells to, serves and consults that guy? Fill the wheel. Could the company be moving? Fill the wheel. I'm going to do it now for real estate because it's easy. What do you do? Financial. That's easier. Financial, mortgage, real estate. If I do it for real estate, it's going to be the same for you. Ready? All right. Real estate. Guys, I'll do it for weight loss. The industry doesn't matter, but I think you guys want to go home sometime tonight. All right, here we go. That's you, real estate. Listen, everybody. I'm going to teach you how to do it. But listen. This is, I don't care. You make $1 million a year, this takes you to 2. You make $50,000 a year, this takes you to $200,000 a year. Listen, because here it's coming right now. That's you. Real estate. I'm going to start with first-time home buyer. I'm going to go first-time home buyer. I'm going to go move up, move down, which is empty nester. I'm going to go divorce, and I'm going to go relo. And I don't even know what order I just gave it, and it doesn't matter. All right. Real estate, first-time home buyer. Who would know about that? Say it loud. Who else would know about that? Who else? Who else? Who else? I got a lot of mortgage. I got 25, 30-year experienced people in here. Hairdresser is going to know it before anybody, by the way. That's why when Deanna said she's a networking hairdresser, wait till you hear her testimonial when she comes up here. Hairdresser, bartender, esthetician, wedding planner, right? We get into weddings, that's a whole nother world because if it's somebody getting married and they're going to buy a home, photographer, baker, limo driver, event planner, on and on and on. Okay? All right. That's first-time home buyer. Move up. Move up. Who's going to know move up? They're going to buy a bigger home. Who's going to know? Financial advisor. Banker. Okay, and it's okay if we only come up with 2 or 3 because we can't really be here all night anyway. All right, move down. Oh my God, my last kid just graduated from college. All my kids are out of the house. I don't need a 5-bedroom. I'm going to downsize. Estate planning attorney. Planner. Your carpet cleaner is going to know all of this stuff too. Movers. Movers a little bit late in it. It's already been done by then.
Insurance agent.
Heating and air.
Richard's going to know.
Heating and air.
Richard's going to know because they're going to bring people in and make the house more efficient so it's worth more and so they can sell it. Right? Carpet cleaner is going to be early on in some instances. Sometimes it's a little bit, that's like the last thing they do before they go to sell the house. All the other stuff's been done. Gardener, pool, estate sales, handyman, roofer, painter, candlestick maker. Guys, see where we're going with this? Do it for your industry. Hey, everybody. Got people in here that help people feel better and lose weight, right? Personal fitness instructor, hairdresser, dentist, ones that especially specialize in teeth, chiropractor, acupuncturist, people that sell inserts in their shoes, dietitians, personal trainers, group trainers, boot camp. It's on and on and on. I don't care what you do in here. 50 is the minimum. Ask the questions, and you'll be able to figure it out. All right. This is the job. Everybody, stick with me. I'll get you out of here in 10 minutes, I promise. This is the job of a professional networker. This is the job of a professional networker. Your job is to introduce your network to your network. So, Stephanie, if I didn't get you crazy enough when you were standing up here, I just want to paint the picture. Everybody, remember Stephanie? She calls on the business owner. She's got the HR people you're going to find, the payroll people. Do you think there's a possibility that when you start building that network of people, they might want to meet each other? Sure. That's a level that most people don't go because it's too much work. Your income's going to plateau even if you do all of this right, if you don't start referring your network to your network. Again, don't refer me clients. Refer me people that can make me $960,000 like Jason did. So I got mortgage lenders. I got real estate agents in here. Hey, Lois, is there a possibility that if somebody called you and they wanted to buy or sell a home in Walnut Creek, is there a possibility you might refer that to somebody else, or if it's a little farther, is a possibility? She would know who to refer it to, right? Would you get a little piece of it? Yes. Possibility, right? Cool. Do you think if Lois, who's a real estate agent, gets referred to a client in Walnut Creek, do you think there's a possibility that she needs to start building a network in Walnut Creek, and maybe one in Livermore, and maybe one in Pleasanton, and Lois lives in Fremont? So let's do Fremont, Pleasanton, Walnut Creek. Do you think the real estate agent in Fremont might like to meet a mortgage broker in Walnut Creek? And do you think the insurance agent in Walnut Creek might like to meet the residential real estate attorney in Pleasanton? You start introducing your network to your network. This is very, 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 very rare. I meet people that do this. They're trying to refer clients to each other. Ah! This is hard. Okay, there's scripting involved. It's how you make the introduction. It's all covered in the course. I can't go that deep into. I'm just trying to point out this is a massive, massive. This thing called networking. You guys see where we were an hour ago and see where we're at now? A lot of people thought network was handing out a business card. We're a little ways from that now, aren't we? We've traveled light years in an hour. There's a lot more to learn. I have every script, every introduction email, how to do all the referrals. It's all done. Just got to get the program, and we're going to go over that here shortly. I already asked you that question. You guys got a good idea of what power partnering is and what networking really is now? Everybody got a good idea? Okay. All right. Deanna, Jen, Carol, Oli, Marcella, if you guys want to come up here or just stand where you are, whatever you want to do. I think you're all here. Deanna, Jen, Carol, Oli, Marcella. You can come up here or you can stand where you are. Where's Oli? There he is.
Can't miss me.
Where's Carol? Oh, you know what? I made that slide about at midnight last night. Sorry. You know what's funny? The lady in here who does all my copywriting and editing, I didn't have her edit it, and I misspelled her name. Come on, Carol, just stand. You don't have to come up. Okay, when it's your turn, you'll go. Guys, what I want to do is give you some live testimonials here, and then I'm going to explain in detail the program that I just launched, and if some of you are interested in investing in it and working with me to see where we can go with your business, cool. Well, let's hear from them, and then I'll tell you about the program, and then we'll be all done. Whoever wants to go. Speak up loud. Do it quick.
Okay.
Quick.
Oh, my name's, okay. Deanna Higgins, again, owner of Hairlight Salon, and what Rick's done for me, amazing things. I make my staff that you saw up here every first Friday of the month listen to the CDs. And I make them do that, and they should probably be giving the personal testimonial because it's not hard to find clients. You would think it's hard for a hairdresser to find clients. It is not hard to find clients if you do what he tells you to do. It's about building relationships. So if you talk to my staff when you're back at our table, they will tell you what it's done for them, and I make them do it. And now that I know he has the gold program out, I'm like, my credit card's getting ready over here.
Thank you. Thank you. Just go right through.
So I used to be a software engineer have to take it and apply it. You know, it's not like he's out there forcing me to do it. I came up with that power partner list on my own. He didn't help me with any of it. All those coffee meetings I did on my own. He didn't help me with any of it. It was me wanting to go out and do it and create wealth for myself. So he 1,000%ed my business last year because of what he taught me.
I'm only Nordhaven Cruise Holidays, and I benefit in many different ways, but I think I can put it in 2 key points. One is through Rick's teachings, I've improved my speaking and writing techniques and my presentation skills dramatically. Secondly, I think in association with the B2B meetings, I am now part of and have built a large network of other professional business owners that have brought me referrals. That's increased my business, and not just locally. It's because of what I do, the reach has been throughout California and outside the state as well. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
I'm Jen Light. I am the
You got to
owner.
speak up, Jen.
Sorry.
Scream it out.
Scream? I'm not very
You're in court and you're pissed off.
So I'm the owner of Xenix Law. We only handle bankruptcies, which can be a difficult area to find clients in. I met Rick, and within 4 or 5 months, I had to hire a partner, staff, all kinds of things because of what he's done. So I knew I'd come a long ways when I was sitting in a presentation of Rick's, and I had 3 referrals come in on email while I was sitting there.
That cool? Thank you. Give me a hand. Oh, sorry. Good, you guys could go sit down. Thank you. Carol, scream it out.
I just want to go. I'm Carol Marshall. I'm a copywriter and editor. Like Rick said, I work a lot with him, obviously.
Except the slide where her name is misspelled.
Anyway, I just would really like to thank Rick for what he's done for my business. He helped me realize that I have well over 100 power partners. When I first met Rick, I had maybe 0 to 5, and just through his teachings and that, I realized that I have quite a few more. But I'm not engaged to Rick, but this stuff really works. Are we ready for those tomatoes now, Ron? But anyway, if you follow these teachings and if you consider purchasing the gold program, I think that you won't regret it. So,
Thank you.
yeah, you bet.
Okay. So if you've ever asked yourself, how do I joint venture? How do I get found on LinkedIn? How do I get referrals from LinkedIn? That's part of the program. How do I form these power partner relationships? Because Shelly, we just started the list for you. You got to work on the list. You got to find them. You got to meet them. You got to empower them to send you referrals. Then what are you going to do? How are you going to follow up with those referrals? That's the program. I gave you guys like the foam on the beer. We got to get to the beer, then we got to get to the ingredients. All the scripting, everything's in the program. Start strategic alliances, and then see this? Hey, Francis, honestly, I mean, it's embarrassing. Was it really that hard to fill the room? No. We made a flyer. I put it in constant contact. I emailed 2,500 people. She emailed 3,000 people 3 or 4 times.
That's it?
You know why you guys, you want to know why you guys are here? Because you trusted us, or somebody you trust told you to come.
Oh, we paid them, yeah.
I didn't pay anybody. I didn't pay anybody to come. All right. It's about integrity and it's about trust. All right. So if you want to do speaking, strategic alliancing, get found on LinkedIn, and then double, triple, or even tenfold your income. So you heard Marcella, she 1,000%ed her income last year. So again, this is not the program I'm about to show you. This is the beginner course, 10 hours, 14 CDs, all webinar, copies of webinars. Here are all the topics. If you want this program because maybe this one's too advanced for you, or maybe it's a little too expensive for you, this one's $197. I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. You guys can come up and get it. What I'm going to explain to you now is the new program, which is all power partnering, meeting the people, coming up with the list, having them send you referrals, you send them referrals, everything involved, and all of those slides have been discussing for the last hour and how to go deep. So if you want to learn how to do all that stuff, that's what you do. You get the course. All right. So I do a lot of seminars at Eric Law Firm. You can go back and tell Eric I did this. Eric's known for this, but I might be also an irresistible offer. Okay, I'm going to pad this new program with so much stuff. It's the most stuff I've ever added in a program that I've ever sold. Okay, I had a couple people say, I don't want to get a table this year. I'll get one next year. You ever heard Francis or I ever guarantee we're going to do this every year? Okay, I hope we do it again next year, but I'm not making any guarantees. I don't know where I'm going to be next year. Okay, if I want to keep doing this. All right, here's my irresistible offer. The 90-day home study course launched last Wednesday. Here's CD number 1. You can catch up. The next one's next week. It's every other week, live, 8 modules, and it'll repeat. Okay, that's CD number 1. You'll get them as they're completed. You can go on live, and if you miss it, don't worry, I'll get you the CD. It's very easy. It's all webinar. You can call in, or you can watch slide by slide by slide, and then you'll get a copy of it in video and MP3. Guys, every one of you has a handout with lines on it. If you don't mind going to the last page, so you at least can fill it in to know the investment in the program. Okay? So on the last page, you'll see right in the middle where there's payment options. I'm going to go over that with you here after I tell you a little bit more. Okay. So let's talk about what's included in the program first. Okay? So the Network Mastering course includes all sessions on CD, all sessions on MP3. I do live coaching and live Q&A just like we did, live with every person on every webinar. Sometimes people have questions, sometimes they don't. That has a $2,500 value. 1 hour of one-on-one coaching. So we spent 5 minutes together. I hope I helped you a little bit. An hour we could do a little bit more. I'm going to give you a copy of tonight's event. All the slides. Jim Annalise's got a $30,000 camera back there shooting this in HD. Do you guys see the 3 microphones? I got it on MP3, I got it on HD, and I got every slide here. By the program, you get it all included in the program. Okay? The total value is $3,194. That's the value. Okay? There's the price, $395. Now I'm going to throw a couple other goodies in, and I'm going to give you some payment options if $395 is too steep for you tonight. Okay? When purchasing at this seminar, I'll give you 24 hours. If you call me after, no, I'm not going to give you that. I'll give you 18 hours. By noon tomorrow, you call me at 12:01, I'm not throwing the bonuses in. Okay? All right. When purchasing the advanced program tonight, another hour of coaching. That's 2 hours, one-on-one with me. If you live close enough, I live in Danville. If you live close enough, I will meet you and do it face-to-face. Otherwise, we'll do it on the phone. That's 2 hours of one-on-one coaching with me. The first 15 people that purchase the program, guess what? Free. The $200 program, free. I only have 15 of them here. Okay? So, are you up here to buy it?
Yes.
Thank you, but could you wait? Oh, she's already buying it. So, 2 hours of coaching, the program, all the slides tonight, 8 webinars, and that program for free. That program is worth $100,000 to you alone, free. Here are the payment options on that middle part of that page. One time $395. I take all major credit cards. It's 3 payments of $137. Got that? One time $395, 3 payments of $137, or 10 payments of $42. That's the best I could do. I'm giving you like 20 hours of content, 2 hours of one-on-one coaching, and everything from tonight. Guys, you saw the testimonials up here. So I want you to ask yourself, if you believe that you can make more sales and raise your income from what I taught you today is nothing compared to what's on the courses. Okay. Before you guys get up and run out of here, okay, number 1, I appreciate you being here. Okay, number 2, we're not done. I have this place, and Francis, I have this place till 9 o'clock. If you guys want to visit any of the vendors, you want to network, okay, if you want the program, Marcella's right there. Feel free to buy the program. I promise I won't let you down. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I'm done. Thanks for coming.